Well, good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's week is going good so far. We got Discus North and Cecil in. Cecil's fired up. He's ready to pick the next hygger product review. And man, do I have a big list. Let me know if the AV is good, Cecil. I'll wait for people to come in and chat a little bit with me, and then we'll start. And also, I was chatting with an interesting person today who left a comment on my most recent video of the hygger hang in the back canister filter. None other than the pond guru himself. And I actually offered him to come up on a live stream of his choosings, whether it be Tuesday, 7 p.m. or Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern. I've yet to hear back, but that'd be really cool to get him up here and chat with him and pick his brain, because I had some really good points about filtration and said he could spend hours talking about filters and filtration. So I think that's worthy of a live stream discussion. I think everybody should know who the pond guru is. I put a post out on just right shortly before I started this live stream. So hopefully we'll get a bunch of people in here to pick from this big list. All kind of notifications here. I did lose. I came home after work and checked my tiger barb tank. I did lose a tiger barb today. Oh, see, so you never heard of the pond guru? Oh, man, he's been around a long time. He's a very knowledgeable guy, and I was very surprised to see him. I think it was the first time he ever commented on one of my videos. So, but as soon as I mentioned about coming on a live stream, he kind of disappeared. So I don't know if that's because he got busy or he's trying to avoid the question. We'll see. I'm also trying to talk KG Tropicals into having me come up on one of their live streams, as I left some comments on his last video, and Lisa did reply to one of them, but then they kind of disappeared too. So I don't know, but we're having a slow start. We had 2, then we had 4, and now we're back down to 1. So kind of a slow start on the live stream. We'll see. People start coming in here. But it's definitely good to see everybody. Tommy's birthday is tomorrow, so if you run into Silver Creek Aquatics and or the resident alien, make sure you wish him a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Tommy. Happy birthday, Silver Creek. Also, we'll do this. I did go ahead and start a goal just because they're there to set. It's up to you guys if you want to do it or not. No pressure. But if I can get $5 super chats, I'll do something embarrassing and demoralize myself. Hey, JDP, good to see you. Mel's in. Now we got some people coming in. There's Jim's Fish. So Cecil said, I guess that one will to be me. No. What do you mean? I guess that one will. I don't know what you mean by that, Cecil. Good to see Jody P. Jody, mother effing L to the P. So if you guys missed it, I'm sure you saw the thumbnail for the live stream. I got quite the massive list from Hygger to do my next review on, as I did complete the one before. And instead of me picking one, now, believe me, out of the list, I know which one I would pick. But I said to myself, I don't think I've ever seen anybody let their audience pick the next review from somebody, and I thought it'd be different. So I'm leaving it up to you guys. I got a massive list of different hygger products to choose from. And instead of me picking it, I'm going to bring up a picture of each one. And at the end, we'll see what you guys pick the most that you're interested in. And why not at the same time? Excuse me. It makes sense because you guys might consider buying one of these products, and you definitely would have curiosity on different ones. So why not let my viewers, my subscribers, my friends pick the product? Oh yeah, I thought that's what you meant, Cecil. You were the only one here at for a period there. Mel says, I bet the list is huge. They have infinite products. It is by far the biggest list that they've sent me to choose things from. Her words were they're newly released products. Now, if they always say that, but if you look it up, they've been out for a while. People have reviewed different things. There might be a couple on there that are truly new that I cannot find a video on, or whatever the case may be. But it's definitely a very large list. So, well, I figured I'd wait. I like to wait till I get about 20 some people in here before I start giveaways and things like this that I'm doing tonight. So we'll see. We'll give it some time. We'll chat until then. And then if we get into that 20 mark, we'll start. If not, we're still going to start. But we'll give it a little time, get some more people in. And how I'm going to do it is I have downloaded pictures of each product. I'll share my screen and we'll look at one product at a time so you guys can look at it. And I'll read off the specs about it, not the entire thing, but just the basic info on each product. And then we'll move to the next. Like I said, I did come home today and I lost a tiger barb. And if you guys heard me talk about it before, you know, I've been keeping tiger barbs for a long time. Probably my favorite fish. 186 elements in the house with no notifications. Good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. I always see your comments on my videos. Liking for the algorithm. Appreciate you. But I've talked about this subject before with tiger barbs because, you know, you can get your regular tiger barbs. You can get green ones, red ones, glow ones. And I've had an emerald tiger barb and I've had greens and reds. And what I have found out is the ones that are colored do not live as long as the regular tiger barbs. And that still reigns true. The one that I found dead in the tank today was a green one. I rarely have issues with my regular standard tiger barbs. I don't know what it is with that, but I think whatever they do to color them definitely impacts the longevity of their life. Now, apparently, we have a winter weather watch for the area that started at 3 p.m. today, and it's to carry through Thursday till 10 in the morning. They're talking about snow. And of course, when you're down south in North Carolina, they're not equipped to handle snow. They're not afraid of a hurricane, but they're afraid of a little rain and snow. So they're already talking about canceling schools and delays and everything. I'm from the north. I used to drive to work in a 2-wheel drive Nissan pup truck with studded tires and weight in the back. And I can remember going up hills like this and going to work. So it was, it's funny to me. Hey, Mad Max, good to see you, buddy. If you didn't see Mad Max, I'll repeat it. I got quite the big list from Hygger. To choose choose a product for my next review. And I said to myself, well, why don't we do it a little bit different? Why don't we let you guys choose? So I'm going to wait for more people to roll in and I'm going to show a picture of each item. And then you guys pick what you'd like to see reviewed next. It's a big list. Mel's driving. Blanket hellos. You be safe, Mel. Mad Max been over there. I like his Unplugged series he's doing, and he's definitely got some good people coming up on his live streams and interviewing. Let's hope I don't run out of gas. No, don't run out of gas. That's a problem. You need gas in your car to go. Laura Taylor made it in. Good to see you. Nightbot's going to work. Got 9 people in. I'm going to wait just a little bit longer. We get some more people in here before I start this. Oh, no, thank you. Appreciate what you do, Mad Mex. I appreciate what you do for the hobby, and it's I always enjoy going into your live streams. I enjoy going into all your live streams. Laura said, I've been here for a bit. Forgot to push send as usual working projects. Oh, I got you, Laura. That's okay. I understand. I got some stickers to send out to Anae. She's requested some stickers. She thought she was going to ask to buy some stickers, but I said, no. You're not buying my stickers. We send those for free. So I got to get those sent out to her. I don't know. Some people sell their stickers. There's certain things regarding a live stream I just find it kind of silly to do. One is to sell your stickers. And what was the other one? There's one more thing. Oh, I don't, and everybody can to each their own on their channel for sure. But I like I think Dan every day, he likes, if you want to be a part of his Discord, you have to be a member, and that's his way he likes to use to make money, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But my Discord's free because I like talking to everybody and getting to know them, and you know, it limits you because not everyone's going to become a member, and I want to be able to have the chance to talk to everybody. I think it helps add to the whole experience. So I don't do that. Jesse, have you done the review on their center air pump? Mad Max, I'll tell you what. We've got 9 people in here, but we are going to go ahead and start this because I don't know. One of the products they sent me is a pump. And I said when I started the stream that if I was going to pick one, this would be it. So let me just bring this up and you can let me know if this is the one you're talking about. And of course, I would pick the big one. It's like a 3000 GPH pump. Let me just we go here. Photos. I'm hoping I'm going to do this right. Man, I'm not sure. I thought I was prepared for this. How do you share your screen from your photo gallery? I've got it up. Well, I know how we'll do it. Okay, so let me do it this way. Bear with me. I believe it was third one down. Okay. So this is the first. It's not the first thing I was going to go in order, but there's this one, Mad Max here. This is one of the items, and it's their aquarium water pump with intelligent controller. And of course, I would request to pick the big one at over 3000 GPH. But here's a cool little video for you guys to kind of see, and it explains everything. Hey, Jay and Aquatic, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. But as you can see here, Mad Max, it's got a lot of uses. Let me, doesn't seem correct. Let me do this. I did something. I don't know how I'm going to do this. It keeps changing on me. So let's do this. Let's pick this picture. Now let's come back, share screen, here, share. Okay, this is it. I got it figured out. So were you talking about this one, Mad Max? This is one of the items. And of course, as you can see down below, you can choose up to 3170 GPH. Of course, I would request that one because anytime she asks me if I'm interested in these and what size, so I would say this. No, the big air pump to run your fish room. Oh, so that's not this one. Oh, air pump. Okay, well, hold on. So we'll just start with this one, guys. This is one of the items, and then I'll go to what they did offer me a. No, they didn't, Mad Max. They did not send me that one to pick from, but I could request it. They work with you really well. I could request to do that one, but I didn't realize you said air pump. The only other air pump they offered me on this list was like an emergency battery operated one. Well, I was confused because you were saying, hey, Jesse. I was like, you already said hey. So I need you guys to pay attention because I'm letting you pick the next hygger product to review. This is the first one. The hygger 800 GPH. This is the 800 GPH version. Aquarium water pump with intelligent controller. Can you guys read that good on your end? Do I have to read it off or can you see it? Or do you want me to read it? But that would be interesting, Mad Max, because I've always wondered, what is it? Is it a linear pump, Mad Max? And if so, I can request it. Oh, and Mad Max, just so you know, I don't have my iPad anymore. I dropped it and the screen exploded, and that's the only way I had to get on Instagram. So I haven't been in the chat lately. Jana says, I need a pump to pump the snow right out of here. Oh, boy. Okay, I'll read it. So this is the hygger aquarium water pump with intelligent controller. It's DC 24-volt ultra quiet power head, powerful return pump for fish tanks, aquariums, ponds, fountains, sumps, and hydroponics. You can, down below, you can get anywhere from 800 up to 3,170 GPH. If I was going to pick from this list that I'm going to show you guys tonight, this would be my pick. But I want you guys to pick what you want to see. They did send me a lot of heaters too. I don't have a use for a heater. I don't use them. And if I did, I got a crap ton of fluvels up there. So this is the first thing. Hey, Tommy, good to see you, buddy. So we're going to stop sharing this. We're going to go to the next thing. So this is the next product on the list. Tommy says the pump. Mel passes on that. So this is the next thing. This is the hygger DC powerful wave maker for aquarium. Quiet aquarium circulation, water pump adjustable flow, frequency of 4 different waves. You can hit night and what feed modes. And what that means is you can hit that button and it stops running. So when you feed your fish, the food isn't flying everywhere. That is a consistent feature across all of aquariums, hygger's power heads. Because I've got one I've already done a review on that's still going strong and I like it. What I also like about hygger stuff like this, it is mounted magnetically. And of course, you can see the picture. Can you guys see the picture okay? Oh, yeah, Tommy. And this is a pretty cool little power head, and I'll tell you why, because it's good for up to, you can get 2 versions. You can get 55 to 70 gallon or 70 gallon to 120 gallon. And this is a little one, guys. I got a couple more power heads to show you, and there is one that's like massive, and you're going to see that. So what do you guys think of this power head? JNN says no wave makers. If that's for me, Mel, um, this one here is the 55 to 70 gallon. They want $66.99 for it, and then they have a 70 to 120 gallon at $73.99. Hey Ross, good to see you. Mamex says this is the one, Jesse. Hygger Pond aerator pump AirPod linear air pump powerful quite commercial. Okay, you must have put a link in there, and I don't see the link. But if you can, Mad Max, are you still in my Discord? Anyway, you can. I'll tell you what we need to do, Mad Max. I got Whip's number. I got Tommy's number, Jim's number, Jose's number, P-Tag's number, Shirley's number. If you're willing, if you can jump on Discord, privately DM me, and if you want to give me your number, it's much easier for me to text you guys on my phone because I don't have a personal device anymore. And then it'd be much easier to talk with you that way if you're up for it. You copy the description from Amazon, okay? Jana says, linear pump. What did I never owned anything by Hygger. Well, you've come to the right place tonight, sir, because I'm sharing the list of the next product to review. It's a massive list. This is the second one I've shown. We've got a lot to go. So what are your guys' thoughts on this power head? Do we yay or nay or pass? It's going to be hard, but I want to leave this pick up to you guys. Hey, Wally, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. So we've seen this power head. Let's move on to the next thing. So this is the next thing. It's a heater. This is the Hygger 25-watt small aquarium heater. It's really designed for a beta fish tank. It has adjustable temperature controller, external controller, and it has an over temperature protection for up to 10 gallons fresh water and salt, or like a small turtle tank. You can get this in the 25, 35, and 50 watt version. This 25 watt version is $15.99. The 35 is $17.99, and the 50 watt is $20. So what do you guys think of this? Tommy said I had some Hygger stuff, but none of it works anymore. They've sent me a lot of stuff already, and they are still working, except for the internal power filter that I did a review on. It stopped working, and Jim had a similar issue with it. I sent Jim the fish waste collector because he had a bigger pump to run it. So when he's all healed up, he can play with that. The heat might boil your fish, Ross says, if you're not paying attention. I mean, I don't have any experience with Hygger heaters. This does have built-in over temperature protection in it. So maybe they've upped their game in that department. I don't know. Ross will never trust another Hygger heater, no size. Okay. Yep, I've never had one. But yet then again, I've never had a heater fail because now I don't use them. I don't need them. I heat the room. 2, when I was using them before, I had new ones. And to be honest with you, I never had a heater failure because I don't use them for more than 2 or 3 years. And then I get rid of them and get another one when I was doing it. Tommy does have a titanium heater. Now, I wouldn't mind a titanium heater. Mine, I got a bunch of fluvels. Tommy says I only have 2 tanks with a heater and have backups for backups out the butt. So if one goes out, I'm good. I got you. Mel says I like my bigger heater from them, but my smaller one crapped out fast. Okay. So it sounds like we're good on the heater. Let's move to the next thing. And I'm not mad about that because I really don't want a heater. But if you guys pick the heater, I would definitely review it. Like I said, tonight's your pick. 1, 2, 3. We've done these. Let's get to this. And you guys guessed it. We have another heater. And here it is. This is the Hygger Smart Mini Aquarium Heater, 50 watt for 18 to 16 gallons, desktop beta submersible fish tank heater with intelligent temperature control and 5 safety protections. You can get this in 50, 100, and 150 watt versions. It seems like all their heaters do have the built-in temperature control. And you do have an external controller with this. Mel says the light's been saying, I do have one light to share on here, Mel. They did send me that as one option, one of their lights. I've never had a hygger light. Tommy says, is there a titanium heater? Is there a titanium heater? Is nice, but don't set it on flat. You'll be putting it in a sump or something. Raise it up by using a brick or something underneath. It gets pretty dang hot. Oh, okay. Mel said their lights have not been great. So I had that a while back. Night Crew sent me 4 different lights to review. Not complaining, still using them, but I don't like them because, in my opinion, it's way too hard to program them, especially if you lose power. So I got rid of all the ones that are crappy, kept the ones that I like the best, such as Aqueon. The marine light I have is pretty good. And I am still using a couple of the Night Crew lights. But like I've said, in my fish room, I'm going to pendant lighting that hangs off the aquarium. It's DIY. I had an Eheim heater one time, 300 water. It was a beast. So what do you guys think of this heater? Sounds like it doesn't seem like I'm getting too many interest from the heaters. And I really don't have much interest in them either. So should I keep showing the heaters or do we skip them? I might show them anyways because she sent me a link. So I can't preview what it is. I just have to hit the link and see what it is, but I can skip them. Tommy says next. So, okay, we'll go next. Mel says, if you lose power with the higher lights, you do have to reset the time, but it saves. Exactly, Mel. You're exactly right. But it's a pain in the ass. I mean, when you get used to it and you're used to the lights, and it will become pretty easy, and I can definitely understand that. But by the time it happens again, you forget how to do it. I like lights that are on and off. That's why I'm going to pendant DIY lighting that's controlled by an analog timer. They're bulletproof. Okay, here's the next thing. The Hygger Aquarium internal filter for 15 to 30 gallon tanks. The flow rate is adjustable, 4-in-1 submersible fish tank filter with aeration. The aeration part is that clear tube you see going up, and you can adjust that air in so it's breathing basically ambient oxygen. This is the 10 to 15. This is the 10 watt. You can get 5 watt and 18 watt in this. Now, the internal power filter I've already done. I've got a video on it. It's basically pretty much similar to this thing. It's the same thing. And I'm not using it now. You're right, Mel. You have to do a long-term review. And that's just, to do a good review, you need ample amount of time with it. And it's hard to do that when you're in this game and people send you products to review. And in my opinion, anywhere from 6 months to a year is what you need to do a proper, at least a year at the most, or a minimum, to really get a good review. Cornish likes that one. Okay. Cornish is voting for the internal power filter. So we said the plastic clips wouldn't stay, and I really cleaned the filter on it. The whole filter part wouldn't stay hooked up. You had one of these. Okay, I see. I missed that part, Tommy. I had one too, and the one I had would just stop. And I talked with Jim about it, and he said the same thing. Clean it, put it back together, it stops. And mine wasn't even in a dirty tank. So I'm not sure what was going on there, but this one is slightly different than the one I had. So, but as you can see here, there's that. Mad Mex is okay. We'll stick around Mad Mex because there's two more power heads to choose from. So Tommy says the pump and the wave maker, but Cornish likes this. So let's go on to the next product. I'm just going to share it because I have it here. It is another heater. She sent me a ton of heaters. This is the Hygger aquarium heater. Now this goes up to a big boy. The 300, 500, 800, 1,000, or 1,200 watt heater. It's a fish tank heater with multiple security protections, anti-cooking fish alarm, which I thought was a funny name to put on that, anti-cooking fish alarm. It has auto stop heating protection. It's a fish heater for freshwater and saltwater. As I said, you can get it from 300 up to 1,200 watts. It does have the external controller. As you can see, it tells you the temperatures and what it's set at and what it is. What do you think of that one? Tommy says paper rock, scissor it. Jody's for the wave maker as well. Now, let's not be confused. There is a difference between wave makers and power heads. Wave makers actually can be used in saltwater because it can mimic the waves of the sea. The wave maker that they sent me is still running on my Oscar tank. If you get a second one, one can be the primary and the other one is what they call the slave power head or the secondary, and they can work in tandem to create that wave effect. And it's a strong power head. It's magnetically connected to your tank, and it's still going strong in my Oscar tank. I'm going to put it in my 300 once I get it running. Mel says, I won't run any heater without an Inkbird, even if they claim they have fancy guards. Okay. I don't blame you for that, Mel. 100%. Well, we'll go. The heaters aren't seeming to be super popular out of that and pick something else. We have another heater. We're going to skip it. Okay. Next up is the light. So what we have here is the Hygger new mode 24/7 timer LED aquarium light. It has auto on and off, full spectrum fish tank light, fish colorful, sun, night light, WRGB cycle mode for freshwater planted tanks. You can get this. This one here is for 18 to 27 inches long. Now, as you can see, it has risers that come off the aquarium, which I like. They have this version here where you can get it for 7 to 12 inch long tank, 12 to 18, 27 to 33, 33 to 39, 39 to 45, 45 to 50, and 50 to 57 inch long. So they have all the tanks covered with this light. It'll cover, I don't care how long it is, it's going to be long enough for you, unless you're running a 10-footer. Stephen P, good to see you, buddy. He's voting the wave maker too. Well, stick around. Like I said, I got 2 more of those to show. But this is the light. It's black, aluminum material. The shade material is made out of plastic. And there are batteries included. No batteries included because obviously we're plugging this bad boy in. It does have an external controller. And the smallest version is $36.99. The longest version is $69.99. Stephen P says, I see the light and think, oh God, not another light. I don't have a hygger light, but this was definitely one of the things they sent me to choose from. Now I can also do this. I can pick the different pictures. And as you can see, it's showing you how the timer works there. It's showing you the spectrum here. It gives you kind of a look of what the underside of the light looks like. And there's a good picture of it at different angles. There's videos you can watch of it too. Do we want to see the videos or do we want to move on to the next product? USB, let me see. 4 lighting modes. New 24/7 timer, 3 hours of moonlight mode. It has 2835 plus 5054 lamp beads. 22-watt product. This is the small one, keep in mind. Easy to use. It has a separate on and off button for easier control. Multiple size, like I discussed, lots of different tanks. Well, let's do this. Yeah, maybe they'll show what kind of plug it is. Lorna. Hey, Alice, I'm going to see you. Lorna is not my hygger. Nicole is. Hey, Bipolar, good to see you. A little video to show you what it's like. Airtime, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Another wave maker vote. $186 says, oh boy, after seeing the price, I think I overpaid for my new light. Well, we have to keep in mind, that's what's nice about hygger. I had this discussion with Ben Ochar on his last one. Where do you feel basically hygger lands? And he had the same outlook as I do. They're about mid-grade. You know, if your top tier lights at your bottom, I don't think hygger's in the bottom. I do like hygger's products more than I like those lights. But I can't really say that. How does hygger compare to Octotop? I don't know. I've never had many Octotop items. Well, let me know in chat. What do you guys think? How does hygger compare to Octotop's products? Oh, is it playing music?
Hey guys, here is my super quick review on hygger's aquarium light.
This look,
one is for 12 to 18 inches, and in retrospect, I could have went a little bigger as far as like the space goes. So this is my axolotl tank. One side already has a light, and as you can see, all of my plant life is basically.
So that was the light. You didn't hear me because of the dang sound. So we'll move on to the next item. All right, for all you wave maker guys, here's another one. Are you ready for the next product? You can hear me now, right? And here it is. Maritimes, I'm not a big hygger fan, but 3 of their lights and 3 have quit within a year. I don't blame you for that then, sir. Not one bit. This is the Hygger Aquarium Wave Maker with intelligent controller, 5 wave modes, adjustable water flow, magnetically mounted, which I always enjoy. I hate the suction cups. I wish Fluval would get away from their suction cups. It's got the magnetic DC 24 volt quiet aquarium power head for freshwater, saltwater, coral reef tanks, and this bad boy can go up to 2200 GPH. That is a powerful power head. 2200 GPH. This power head that you're looking at right now is the 2200 GPH version, and it is $84.99. You can also get it in a 1500 GPH version, which is $60. Now, if you've seen the first wave maker that I showed, it's a little different, this one, but it's not as powerful. One of the things you can bet going across is Hygger pretty much always has external control units. So what do you guys think of this wave maker? Mel says, my Hygger lights are going strong. So far I've had one of them over a year. So fingers crossed. It's the 957. Okay. So what do we think of this one? So far, everybody voted mostly for the first wave maker. Tommy wants me to request the pump. If anybody needs me to show something again, just let me know. Mel says, I can't have a strong wave maker since the only tank big enough for one has an angelfish. Yeah. I mean, there's certain fish you can't use them with for sure. But you can get smaller ones that aren't as strong. Jody P says, I have a few Hygger lights, none of them at a year yet. Okay. Maritime says, Hygger sent my brother one of their hang on the back canisters. It's smoked in 2 weeks in Pellet. Yeah, Maritime, if you watched my video, they sent me that same thing and it stopped the next morning. What had happened there was they had some faulty ones. They accidentally sent me one of the faulty ones. They have since then fixed that canister filter, that hang on the back canister filter, and they did send me the right one, and it's running strong, and it's actually one of the products I really enjoy. So you probably got one of them faulty ones. They have fixed fault within that thing, and it works great. I got videos out on it. It's my most recent video, actually, if you want to watch it. It's running strong and doing great. But Jody's not happy with the Hygger lights. Not super thrilled with them. Hey, Huggins, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, goldfish really enjoy. Yeah, and even the fancies, because fancy goldfish aren't good swimmers, but every once in a while I turn my power head in there to give them some exercise and to stir things up. And surprisingly, they enjoy it. My Golden Dojo loves to play in front of power heads and outlets of filters. So, oh, hey, June, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. So that's this one. Let's move on to the next product. It's another heater, so we're going to skip it. No one seems to be interested in the heaters. And another heater. Like I said, they sent me a bunch of heaters. Okay. Now, this one may be up Mel's alley if she wants to try one. It's another power head. It's a small one. Let's show it. I think it's a small one. So here it is. This is the Hygger. No, this isn't a small one, but it looks like a little shotgun power head. It looks really cool, I think. Hygger 1850 GPH aquarium wave maker pump with strong magnetic suction base. It's ultra quiet with 360-degree rotating submersible power head for 60 to 130 gallon freshwater or saltwater aquarium. So you can get this in 50 to 100 gallon or 20 to 60 gallon. So this isn't quite small enough for you, I don't think, depending on what size tank they are in. Because Mel, if you have a big enough a tank for fish that even do not swim real good, disregarding a beta, of course, if you have enough water volume to where they can get away from it, you can still use a power head. Mel says, what was that god-awful, ugly PVC pipe-looking thing Hygger sent you? Yeah, that's called the fish waste collector. It's actually a product I like. I couldn't use it because you need to have upwards of a 3000 GPH pump to get the balance right of the gravity versus the pumping back into the tank. I actually sent that to Jim. He's going to play with it when he's done healing from his surgery. He has a pump that can run it. And because he wanted to try it and see if he could use it, because he's going to be setting a sump up for his 240. So he has that now. It is an eyesore. You can get it in red or gray. Gray doesn't stick out as much. But if you have it on the side of an aquarium where it's up against a wall or something, you really don't notice it. And what I like about that fish waste collector is you can periodically go up to it, open a valve, and it cleans all the crap out it collects, close it, and you keep on going. They're calling it a wave maker, Stephen P., but I'm finding they seem to call all their stuff wave makers. I feel like this is a power head because it doesn't talk about linking to a, you got your primary and secondary, like the power head I have that they've already sent me. You can get another one, link them up. So you have a primary and a secondary. So they work together to create the waves. I'm not seeing that on anywhere on this. So I think this is just a power head. I think Hygger is just calling all of them wave makers. $40-gallon breeder. So the smaller version is for up from a 20 to up to a 60-gallon tank for this. I don't know. I feel like it's probably still going to be too much flow for them, but I do know that I'll fire my power heads with my angelfish, and they don't really have a problem with it. But I'm using the Fluval Sea power heads. Atkins, good to see you, buddy. I'm using a hygger vertical style DC return pump for my frag tank. It's going strong over a year now, working 24/7 in full salt. It's technically a power heads, Steven. A true wave maker is old school. Right? Yeah. Yep. Exactly. So that's this one. We'll move on to the next product. Yeah, I think this is more of the power head. I don't, like I said, let me go jump over real quick. Let's look at these other things. You see here, it's got the 360-degree magnetic base. Let's see if it says anything about wave action. The magnet cannot be directly absorbed to avoid breaking the glass. Staggered and slowly moved until it is absorbed. It's covered with a cotton cloth on both sides. Here's a picture of the impeller. We all know what impellers are. Very easy to take apart and clean. Upgraded rotating shell to prevent fish from getting stuck. The shell can be rotated if the fish is small. It is recommended to rotate it to the protection state, as you can see in this picture. Roll over these for you. So that's that. Let's move on to the next product. Oh, God, another heater. Okay, this is interesting. This next product's interesting. So as you can see here, this is the Hygger portable aquarium air pump. It is USB rechargeable, lithium battery powered, 2 oxygen supply modes, a fish tank bubbler aerator for outdoor fishing, and it's for power outage emergencies. I have a couple emergency pumps, but they're not Hygger brand. You can get this in 3.5 watt or 5 watt. The 3.5 watt gets you 2,600 milliamp hours, and the 5 watt gets you 5,200 milliamp hours. We'll look at the different pictures too, but this has it's lithium battery powered, which is cool. The ones I have are old school batteries, double D's, double D's. Hackett says it's like a big black box that uses a pump to create wave-like current. These new power heads You can get very close to the same, but it's not quite the same. Uncle Smiley, good to see you. But let's look at some different pictures on this thing. What do you guys think of this portable for emergencies? So it says here, long press for 2 seconds to turn on and short press to turn off. Press for 2 seconds to switch mode. Intermittent mode, continuous mode. So that's nice. It can blast some air and stop, which would definitely save on the battery. Whoops. The air pump works 15 seconds and rests for 20 seconds and repeats the cycle to save energy. Continuous mode, the air pump works continuously to provide stable oxygen supply to the fish tank in the event of emergency. And you can see a good picture over here, what it would look like. Looks like it's probably going to come with that check valve. It's equipped with a large capacity rechargeable battery suitable for power outages, outdoor fishing, or environment without power supply. It's used for daily air pump, fish aerator, and aquarium. Gives you a good look at what it looks like on the inside. Supposed to be quiet. And I guess it has some USB ports on it so you can charge other things such as your cell phone, your laptops. There's a good picture of how you charge it. It's one of them setups. But I guess it's also a power bank. Multiple charging options with USB ports. So what do you guys think of this thing? Mel says, I think it's ugly than the co-op ones. I have the co-op ones for every tank. Okay. But ugly can save your tanks. Like I said, the 3.5 watt version will run for 2,600 milliamp hours. The 5 watt one will run for up to 5,200 milliamp hours. Now, we all know that may be the case when you get anything new, but after time, that kind of, because as you use it, as you go through your charge and discharge cycles with your battery, as if anything, you get wear and tear, and it slowly, you get less performance over time. But that's what it says. What does that mean in English? Normal milliamp hours. So, I mean, there's really no, I don't know what the conversion is from milliamp hours to regular hours, but all batteries are measured in milliamp hours. Obviously, the bigger, the better. The longer runtime you're going to get. So, let's just ask Google. I'll make it simple. We'll go with, hey, Google. What does 5,200 milliamp hours equal in regular hours?
I'm not sure about the answer to your specific question, but according to Amazon.com, the 5,200 milliamp hours is in reference to the battery capacity, meaning 5,200 milliamp hours or 5.2 amp hours. The amp hour can be misleading though. Basically, the 5.2 amp hours means it can last 5.2 hours with a load of 1 amp or 1 hour with a load of 5.2 amps.
Okay, so basically 5.2 hours. So if you get a 5,200 milliamp battery, that's 5.2 hours. If you get the 2,600 milliamp hours, it's 2.6 hours. So just put a dot between the first two numbers and you have your answer. Well, it says the co-op ones say 40 hours, I believe, ish, and then there's a power save mode. So if it's 40 hours, then it probably says 40 hours. So, Jesus, what is that? 40,000 milliamp hours? That's a big battery. So what do you guys think of this product? Tommy says that's always true. Batteries carry a memory, so it's actually, Tommy, that memory thing is pretty much going away with lithium batteries. Actually, the field, what I do for a living is I work on forklifts. Most of them are electric, and they've come a long way with lithium batteries. That memory thing is soon to be a thing of the past, and it's already soon to be leaving. Not really an issue too much anymore. I'm not saying it's still around because it is, but it's slowly getting phased out. Yeah, lithium. This is lithium batteries on lithium. Yes, sir. She says milliamp hours, draw your device hours it will run. Yep. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Oh, no, we're not talking nickel metal hydrate. We're talking lithiums. But lithiums were also said to have memory too. But that's slowly phasing out. Hacken says it'll help in a pinch situation if you keep it on hand and charge for 1 or 2 tanks. If you have a fish room, I recommend a generator. I'm with you, Atkins, and I've always said that. I have a whole house generator. And I got a plug. If the power goes out for more than 2 hours, I'm firing up the generator, because not only do you got to power your fish room, you need to power your fridge. Depending on what season you're in, you got to run the heater. I turn everything off, fire up the generator, and I only turn on what we need. And we're always good to go. But not everybody can afford a generator. And most people that have a generator don't have a hookup for it. So they're doing the dangerous back feed the dryer plug deal, which cannot be a very bad thing to do. So I agree with you, Atkins, but not everybody has a generator or can afford one. Or if they do get one, they got to be able to hook it up properly using the, why is the name escaping me? The interlock on your sub panel, so you don't accidentally turn the main breaker on while the generator's still running. You're talking about burn your house down and blow it up. But I'm with you. I got a whole house generator. I'm not into the battery backups. I'm not into now. What I do like about these emergency pumps, they're like you said, they're great for in a pinch. Maybe the power's off for an hour, but you don't want to quite fire up the generator. You can put these in your tanks and turn them on. Are they ideal for most of us that have 12, 13 plus aquariums? Now you got to buy 12 or 13s of these things, or one can run 2 if they're side by side, right? And you can cut that number in half. They are a great little thing to have around, especially if you're transporting fish for a longer distance and you want to throw an air stone in. They're great for that. Hook it on the side of the bucket and you're good to go. So it has its uses for sure. And don't forget, I did set a goal. If you want me to do something embarrassing, funny, and demoralizing, it's up there. You don't have to. I just set one. Your choice. Let's move on to the next product if there is another one. That was it. I'm going to come back to this. If I was going to pick one, it would be this. Oh, stupid thing. Out of the whole list of things that I've shown, if I was going to pick something, it would be this bad boy, and I would recommend the big one. This is Tommy's first choice as well, but most of you seem to be interested in the power head. Now, let me ask you this. Which power head? Do we want to go with this product? Let me see what you guys say here. CC, I have an electric generator. It runs all my tanks and has a power for around 10 more, but I have 2 for the 2 rooms. I have tanks in. They were around 150. Electric, cool. But if you lose power, then what do you do? Hackett says, no, not everyone needs a house generator. Portable generator is perfect, especially if you have a big air pump. Oh, I said that wrong. I have a portable generator too, but it's a big one. So it's not an actual whole house generator, but it does run my whole house when I need it. Mel says, I just don't have a tank big enough to run. That is my thing as far as votes. Well, you can get this up to 8. The smallest this goes, Mel, is 800 GPH. You know what I would use this for? I would use it as a transfer pump. This is what I would use. If it's going to pump more than what I already can have, I could drain tanks much faster with this. But let's look, because one thing we didn't do in this is look at the different things here. It's got 20 speeds. It's adjustable, Mel. So that's the thing about it. You can adjust the speeds on this bad boy. It's got a feeding mode where you turn it off when you want to feed, because apparently you can use it for other things. like a constant flow mode, or it also has a wave making mode. It's more than just a pump. It has intelligent fault diagnosis, stable operating performance, precision load control. The aquarium water pump is designed with field-oriented control system, FOC, that is efficient performance and energy saving. It's supposed to be super quiet. As you can see here, you can use it as a closed loop system. You can use it as a return pump, a submersible pump, or an inline pump. She says you charge them with your gas generator. Oh, that's cool, CC. Mine keep full bar for about a year without use. Very cool. Aka says, oh, when I hear house generator, I think, I know exactly what you're thinking. Yeah, with the transfer switch. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yes, it does, Mel. You can use it. It's not just a pump. You can use it as a closed loose pump, so where you can actually use it as your pump to keep water flowing. You can use it as a transfer pump, a sump pump. You can I kind of use it as a power head. Branton, hey, good to see you, buddy. I just got my hygger pump set up. They sent me with the battery backup, enough air for my whole fish room. Okay. Was that one, Branton, or was that the one Mad Max was talking about earlier, the big linear one? Now, it seems like most people voted for the power heads or the wave makers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the wave makers and power heads again. The first one was right here. And I'm pretty sure it's safe to say we've narrowed it down to these. So this here is the first one. It's the Hygger DC Powerful Wave Maker for aquarium. Quiet aquarium circulation, water pump, adjustable flow frequency, four waves. It's got night feed modes, and it's held on magnetically and an external controller. You can get this in the 18. You can get this for 55 to 70 or 70 to 120 gallons. The four wave modes are constant wave modes, classic wave, cross flow. So this is actually a wave maker. As you can see, a good picture of it there on your aquarium. And here's everything together. That was the first picture. It's easy to use feeding function. So you can hit a feed button and it stops it. So when you're feeding your fish, don't blow the food everywhere. And the other one. They sent me a lot of heaters. All right, here's the other one. And here's the other one. This is a Hygger Aquarium Wave Maker with intelligent control. This one has 5 wave modes, adjustable water flow. It's magnetically mounted, 24-volt DC. It's for fresh and salt water. And you can get this one up to 2,200 gallons. That's massive. You can get it in 1,500 or 2,200. Here's a little up close look at it. It's got a photo receptacle hole. So like you can set this thing on light mode to where it'll shut off at night when the lights go out, just like the one I currently have. So when you're feeding your fish, or so when it's nighttime and you want your fish to relax, you don't want them blown around, it'll automatically turn off. Feed button, night mode icon, 5 wave modes. The other one only had 4 wave modes, and the other one is not near as powerful as this one. You can adjust the speed on it, and you can adjust the frequency modes on it. You can go classic wave, sine wave, constant, random, or classic wave, cross flow. Really stir the water up. And that's that light sensory technology I was telling you about. So what do we think of that one? That's 2 of them. I believe there's one more. Yeah, there's one more. It's just a black screen, no image. You didn't see any of that? Black screen. Am I back? Hey, Bob. You didn't see anything? Huh. Well, you saw the first power head. Let's try this again. Okay, let's try this again. All right, do you see it now? Okay, thank you. This is the second power head. I'm thinking because I went over to the Amazon site so I could flip through pictures. So I'll just stay here and just leave it up here. This is the other power head. It is quite a bit stronger than the first one I showed you. You can get it in 2200 GPH or 1500 GPH. And it has 5 wave modes instead of 4. The other one I had 4, and the other one wasn't near as powerful as this one. If you didn't hear me, they got light mode, like it's got like a photo eye on it. So you can, if you hit the photo eye option, it'll set it so when the lights go out at nighttime, it'll shut itself off so your fish can relax. There's also a feed button, which seems to be consistent across all their products with power heads. That you can press, it'll stop it. So when you feed your fish, it's not blowing the food everywhere, which is another thing that seems to be consistent across hygger's power heads. And this one is more of a wave maker, not a power head, because it will do the different actions to swoop the water around: forward, back, left, right, cross waves, sine waves. Mel says, my vote is the least powerful or most adjustable. Well, they're all adjustable. We got one more power head to show after this. She says, I like to find a wave maker that won't chop up my little fish. Touch. Oh, you ain't kidding, CC. I got one of those little C-shade nano power heads, and it is small. Somehow I had a red tail shark get in there and it killed it. I don't even know how he got in there. Hey, Jeff, good to see you, buddy. All right, and then I will show the last power head. It seems like we're coming down to power head, so I will show the last one, and then we'll have everybody pick. If I can find it. Here it is. And this is the other one. This one is good for 50 to 100 or 20 to 60. This is the 1850 GPH aquarium wave maker. Now, I don't think this is actually a wave maker. I think it is a power head. But if we read here, it says wave maker pump with a strong magnetic suction base, ultra quiet, 360-degree rotating submersible power head for 60 to 130 gallons. So I think this would be probably Mel's pick. At the beginning of the stream, I did announce it was your birthday tomorrow, Tommy. Okay, Jeff. So cool. Then you got to see what I was showing then. Mel says, my wave maker ripped off the end of my angel's ventral fin, so I built a cage mess around. Well, that's what's cool about this one, Mel, because if I come over here, if you look at this picture here, it has it's upgraded rotating shell to prevent fish from getting stuck. You can literally, it looks like you just twist it. And you can see on the left picture of the power head how open and the fins are there. You can close it to close those off smaller. So I feel like if Mel was going to pick one, this would be hers. $50 to $100 or $20 to $60 gallon on this one. Young bucks. I'll be 43 in March. Yeah, but the ventral fins are long. Yeah, I know what you mean for sure, Mel. I got plenty of angels, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Cecil's going to be 67 Saturday. Don't listen to Cecil. He's always lying about his age. He's like 24. Hey, Jim, good to see you, buddy. So that's the last power head. So let's X out. So you've seen all the products. I did skip several heaters. No one's interested in the heaters. Neither am I. I think Cornish was interested in one heater, but most of the votes were for the pump and the power heads. I went back through all three power heads and showed them. So what's your guys' pick? I need to know because it is after 8 o'clock and I need to jump off. So what's your guys' pick? The streams, the next hygger product review is up to you guys. What do you pick? I mentioned Jim's skills and Jim shows up. Doing good, Jim. How are you, buddy? Hope you're healing well. And Jim's going to have to give an update on that fish waste collector once he gets it running after he heals it up because people are curious. Okay, I know what Mel wants. She's picking the last power head. What does everyone else think? Water, the big pump, or the out of the three wave makers and power heads, which one? Oh, there was an ad, Timo ad. Brent says, no, is this a list they sent you? Or are these items you chose? No, they sent me this list. It was by far the biggest list they've ever sent me to choose from. I figured I wanted you guys to pick this time. It was he said, here's a list. She said, there's a list of the newly released items. Pick one. Let me know what size. So I'm letting you guys pick. Now, do I need to wait until some of you guys need to go back through the live stream, or can we pick now? It basically comes down to pumps and the power heads or wave makers. No one was really interested in the lights or heaters. No one seemed to be interested in the emergency air pump. So let me know in chat. What's your pick? The first, second, or third power head? weight adjustable pump. You talking about that big one? That was my pick. Yeah. If I was going to pick one, it'd be that big pump. And of course, I'd request the biggest one up to whatever 3,100 gallons it was. Mel's picking the last power head I showed. What would you guys like to see me review? Jeff, I thought about that. I honestly don't need anything. I'm happy with what I've got. I love getting new products to review. I'll review and try anything. I've got different tanks to definitely try everything in. That's part of the reason why I was leaving it up to you guys. If I was going to pick something, it would be that big pump. Tommy votes for the pump. I don't use heaters. I don't need lights. When the lights that I have fail, I'm going to be converting them over to my pendant lighting DIY on analog timers. I'm trying to make my fish room as simple and efficient as possible. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, man. I don't need any more tanks. I got my Dream 300 here. I just need to get it fixed. That's the only thing I want for my fish room is to get my 300-gallon fixed. That's the only thing I could ask for. Cecil don't really care. He don't need none of them either. But it's not about needing them. It's about what product would you like to see reviewed, type of thing. 186 is no vote, man, but I'll certainly watch and enjoy a review. I got you, 186. CC's up for the big pump. So we got 3 pump votes and that last power head from Mel. Mel says the bird I raised saved a while back. Ferd Turgeson returned, I think, twice now. I found him in my closet. Would be his first winner. That's neat. Oh, no, I counted yours, Brand. You just to be sure, when you say pump, are we talking about this? Because some people call power heads and wave makers pumps. I'm referring to this. So I have 4 votes on this. We got Branton, we got me, we got Tommy, and Cece now. So yes, 4 on this pump. Cecil says the pump, that's 5. Yeah. And of course, I will request the $125 3,170 GPH pump. Okay. I think pump's the winner. I think Mad Mex, when he was in here, he was kind of picking this one too. So we'll do it. Pump it is. I will send an email to her. We'll review it, and I'll let you guys know how she does. But I think that was a fun live stream, something different to bring to live stream. I don't know how many people get a chance to pick the next product to review. I've never seen it, but then again, I'm only doing this for 2.5 years, so maybe it's done before, but I wanted to leave it up to you guys this time, and I certainly liked the live stream. I enjoyed it, and I definitely liked the input and sharing it with you guys. Yeah, I know what you meant, Cecil. And P-Tag recently sent me some stickers. I don't know if he sent you guys some. He's got some really cool stickers here that kind of like shimmery. And he said there's something else in the mail coming for me too. I'm kind of scared. But he sent me those. There's some nice stickers there. It's useful for the bucket peoples. Yes, sir. Mel, I'm still waiting for a plan. Yeah, Mel owes me some Why am I forgetting the name of my favorite fish that Mel has? What are they, Mel? Mel says, I just got my first python, but I still use buckets. Oh, I don't. I use my python I only use the python to fill all my aquariums. I drain them all with a pump. And that's one reason I'm excited about getting this pump, because if it's as strong as they say it is, it should drain the tanks even faster. What is the name of those fish that you have that I love so much, Mel? They always escape. Cecil has some too. Cecil, what are they? Pandagaras. Thank you. Yeah, she owes me some Pandagaras still, so don't feel too bad, Laura. I think it was Laura who said that. Yep, it was Laura. And Pandagaras, Jesse, if you can't remember, you don't deserve them. That's true. That's true. They keep escaping my brain. But that's it, guys. I'm going to jump off. The pump it is. I certainly appreciate your time and hanging out with you guys. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with me. I got to get off. I got Bird to put to bed and hang out with. And I got to talk to the wife to see how her appointment went. So appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you later. We'll see you on the flip side. See you Saturday morning at 9 a.m. And I'll let you know as soon as that pump comes in. So be safe out there. Appreciate you all. See you out in the field.